I texted him back at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday while Marcus was asleep upstairs. Just a conversation, just checking in. Just someone who understood me in a way Marcus hadn't in years. We'd been together 9 years. Married 4, he was stable, reliable, good with our daughter Emma. He was also, I told myself, boring. Emotionally checked out. He cared more about his job than about me. All of it was true enough to feel like permission. The affair partner was exciting. A coworker named David who laughed at my jokes and made me feel seen. My friends encouraged it. You're so young, they said. You deserve to feel alive again. Social media fed me endless content about self-care and not settling. I convinced myself I was finally choosing myself. I ignored the obvious red flags. David was vague about his own relationship status. He never wanted to be seen with me in public. He suddenly became cold when I mentioned leaving Marcus. He disappeared on weekends without explanation. I saw it all and decided it meant nothing. I was so certain he was my future that I couldn't admit he was just my escape. The lies stacked higher. I told Marcus I was staying late at work. I created a second phone. I told myself it was harmless, that my marriage was already over, that I wasn't really betraying anyone because we'd already drifted apart. I told myself that Marcus probably knew something was wrong and just didn't care enough to ask. None of that was true. Emma was 6. She started asking why mommy was always on her phone, why I was never really present at dinner. She developed a nervous habit of picking at her cuticles. I noticed and did nothing. I was too wrapped up in stolen moments and late-night texts to see my daughter falling apart. Then Marcus found the second phone. He didn't yell, he didn't even cry. He just looked at me, really looked at me, and I saw something die in his eyes. He asked me one question: how long? 14 months. He packed a bag that night. He didn't fight for the marriage. He didn't beg me to choose him. He simply removed himself from the equation, as though I'd already made the choice so thoroughly that there was nothing left to negotiate. He moved in with his brother and filed for divorce the following week. That's when David vanished. Not gradually, not with an explanation. One day I tried calling him and the number was different. His Instagram disappeared. His LinkedIn went private. When I found his actual Facebook, the one hidden from me, I saw pictures of him with a wife I'd never known about and 2 kids. I was the affair. The divorce was brutal. Marcus's lawyer was thorough. They documented my affair, my emotional neglect of Emma, the second phone, the time I missed her school play because I was meeting David in a hotel. I fought for full custody and lost. Marcus got primary custody. I get Emma every other weekend. She's 8 now. She barely talks to me anymore. When she's at my apartment, she sits on the couch and waits for Saturday evening to end. She has a stutter she didn't have before. Her therapist says it's anxiety-related. Her teacher told me she cries during transitions. She's learned that people leave, and she's internalized that somehow it was her fault, that if she'd been better or happier, I wouldn't have needed to be elsewhere so badly. I can't undo that. My friends